And when you have translation on top of translation on top of translation, you did it at school, right? Let me tell you something. You tell her, you tell him, you tell him, you tell her, you tell him. And when he gets to him, is it the same as what he told you?
No.
Nope. Why?
No.
Because it was processed. It was processed based on how you heard it, what you heard, and how you then conveyed it to her, and how she took what you said based on what she heard and how he took it, and right? So, King James translation is a translation of an original text. The original text, for God so loved, love has been translated from agape, was the real word used, agape, to now, for us to understand it, love. Because what does agape mean to you? Nothing, right? It's not an English word. It's not a word that it's a Greek word. So that Greek word and that language that they spoke in then had to be translated so you can understand it now. So when he said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, it actually said, for God so agape the world. Right? You don't know it. Translate agape, we say love, but agape had a different meaning and understanding when it was being said. And agape means it is a word used distinctly in the New Testament to describe the love of God or the love from God. So automatically, this changes how we look at something. Because now what we're talking about is an agape from God, not a love from God. Love is so we can understand it a little bit, but it's an agape from God. All right? Agape is faithfulness, it's commitment, and it's an act of the will. Right? So, for God was so faithful and so committed, or it was such a part of his